Hard times are absolutely imperative in order to grow. How are you supposed to grow without doing something hard? You know, the gym is a perfect analogy, an example for anything in life. If you want to succeed, you go to the gym, you go in that bitch, you go hard as fuck, you break down the muscle, you get to your breaking point mentally, you really tear everything up in order for you to grow, in order for things to repair. You need to go through the hard process of anything in order to grow. You just want things easy? What are you, a fucking woman? That luxury is only for women. I'm sorry to break it to you. Things are not just going to come easy. And even if they do, they will make things harder. If you just get things easy and you get lucky all the time, when something goes wrong, you will not be prepared. You will not be calloused enough in order to do what you have to do in the moment. You're not going to be hardened enough. You have to endure extremely hard times. And even if you don't have a necessarily hard life, you have to make it hard. You have to forcibly just do the hard things in order to create something. I feel like a lot of people nowadays have something missing within them. That hardened sense of just themselves, their self-worth, their nutsack. Like they're so okay with just making the easy choices. Just going with the easy things in life. Just eating the easy food. Just scrolling through social media, not working out, not training, not putting 1,000% effort into yourself, into your job, into school. Just like there's no fire within people anymore. But that's great. That's great, because if you have that fire in you, you can dominate right now. You can dominate. Testosterone overall is at such an all-time low. And people will look at that and, complain about it. And look at that as a bad thing. That is fucking great. That gets rid of all the competition. There's no competition. Like I was saying in my last fucking video, there's zero fucking competition. It is only you against you. And everybody's just this like whimsical fucking version of just nothingness. There's nothing like inside of them. I don't understand. Like they don't have their own sense of self. They don't carry themselves like they are themselves. They just go with the flow of everything. They don't question anything. They'll joke about it and be like, oh man, I'm a little bit fat. Like shit like that. It's just like, man, get it together. You're only this young for so long. You're only going to be this young at this point in time, right now, this second. There's no other time in existence where you'll be this young. So you have to attack it all now. While you have the chance, while you have the opportunity. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Thinking you have all this time in the world to just, be somebody who just lets life pass them by. That's okay if that's what you want. But if you're just sitting around complaining about shit and you're just fucking lazy. That's what it comes down to. You don't even know what you want. You haven't dug deep inside your mind. If you don't know who you are yet, get the fuck off social media. Get the fuck off social media and figure that shit out. Dig deep into your mind. Stop with all this distraction. And look within inside of yourself. Look within inside of your soul. And figure out who and what you are. The things you want. The things that fire you up. You have to figure that out in order to move forward and live a life worth living. Like, you're going to get nothing done. Things don't just happen. Things don't just happen. You have to actively act on them. And then you can make a beautiful life out of this existence. But if you're just going to sit around, dick around, and do nothing, man, you might as well just give up now. Throw in the towel. Like, you have to give it your all. Where is your fire? Where's that fire within your belly? You know, there should be steam blowing out of your ears if you're in your 20s and 30s as a man, even 40s, if you got your health in check. Like, you're at such a good age to just go fucking kill it. Go figure some shit out. Start making money so that shit could just start compounding. You only have so much time. So if you do all this shit early on, you will inevitably win. You will look back and be like, yeah, I did that shit. That was my fucking life. That was my life. I overcame. I struggled so goddamn hard. But I overcame it all. Because I held myself to a certain standard. And you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up along the way. You're going to get hurt, and you're going to hurt people. It's a guarantee along the process. But you have to learn from all of that. You have to learn from it all and get better. If you were a bad person at a point in time, you have to get rid of that person immediately. You have to destroy everything that person was and create a new, actually change, actually heal yourself and become a better person, become more accountable. Because if you become a better person while you're alone, just for yourself, you'll be able to become a better person for the people you love and care about. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Being able to take care and provide for the people that you love, right? Make sure that they feel safe and comfortable in your presence, and you're able to provide all the love that you can to them, because you have so much love resonating within yourself that you could transfer that energy onto them and make them a better person in the process as well, because you're just so loving and caring and tender to them, right? Love is based off of your actions as a man, not what you say, but what you do. Don't get that twisted. Saying I love you all the time and all this shit to a woman, man, it doesn't mean much if you're not, putting in the work into yourself as well, and putting into the work into the relationship, into everything in life. As a man, you have to realize you have to do everything in life. You have to figure it all out. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to hold your hand. You're going to just have to figure it the fuck out. But once you start to figure it out, man, life starts to feel real fucking good. Like you're wondering why you're all depressed and sad all the time and have no energy to do nothing. You just have to start taking action. You have to start taking more action and doing more, learning more. Just do more. Get out of the house. Don't sit around in the house at all. Don't lay down in bed for hours and hours scrolling on social media, Don't do that. Get to work. Whatever that means to you, get to work. Get to work. Go make that money. Go make those gains in the gym. Go get in the best shape of your life. If you're not, if you're not bodybuilding and bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting, you should be in pretty good condition all the fucking time. Like, you're going to feel better. You're going to perform better in every aspect. Women will just look at you like with just so much respect without even knowing like anything about you. And then once they get to know you, if you're developing your character at the same time, it's a recipe for fucking greatness. I don't really give a fuck right now about female attention. I've always kind of gotten it within my 20s, but you have to have that capability to get that attention. That's a very big thing. You have to have the capability to get the attention of the woman that you desire. The type of woman that you desire. If you can get their attention, hold it. You don't have to act on it, but just know that you can, and then resist that temptation and not do anything if you're in that process of life where you have to work on yourself right now and be alone. That's great. Because most people will never have any interaction with women at all, and then they'll get their first woman ever, and then ignore all the red flags and just put them on this high fucking pedestal because it's a thing out of desperation. Like, you're desperate because you don't think you can do any better. So you won't leave them, you want this, you want that. So you have to be somebody capable of getting the hoes. But you don't have to act on that. If that's not like embedded in your character, like, I personally don't really enjoy doing that. Maybe when I was a little bit younger, like 18, 19, that was more of a big motive for me. But once you get an ample amount of it, it's like, okay, like, I'm at a different point in my life now. I prefer, relationship and love and all that shit. I don't really give a fuck about, a fling. The fuck that gonna do? Fucking waste my energy, waste my time. Fucking, I gotta clean up a fucking mess. Like, the fuck out of here, man. Anyways, that was a little bit off track. But, man, yeah. You just gotta get better in every single aspect. You have to try harder. You're not trying enough. You think you are. You say you are. You're doing all this shit. You're over fucking analyzing. Just take action. I'm telling you, this is something I was stuck in for a long time as well. That's why I say all this shit. All this shit that I spew is from past experiences, past mistakes, past failures, and learning from that. So then I could hopefully teach y'all, and you can not even go through that fucking mistake. And you could just progress on forward. But you have to you have to be persistent in your pursuit to become the best that you can. For everyone's sake. Yourself, your family, your loved ones. Your family might really love and depend on you to, like, they want you to win. They want you to win. Somebody who loves you, they want you to win. So if you got to be a little bit more selfish, don't neglect certain things, right? But if you got to be a little bit more selfish and their understanding of it in that moment in time, then you got to do what you got to do in order for things to blossom and grow within certain relationships. Like, hey, I can't show up right now. I can't do this right now. I'm working on I have to, man, I can't, no, I can't eat that birthday cake. I'm sorry. I'm on my diet. I'm on some strict shit. You got to be strict with yourself and be able to say no. And the more you're able to say no, the more people will expect you to say no. And in a way they might not seem like they do, but they respect that. They respect you for that. For holding your nuts and being like, hey, no, I can't do that. You know? And another thing, always be a man of your word. If you're going to say something and say you're going to do something, then do it. Otherwise, don't even say it. Don't nothing. No. Be a man of your word and be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. Whatever your morals are, whatever your moral code is, don't go against that. Stick to that and progress. Progress. Try again and again and again. If you fail, just keep on trying. Right? Keep trying to get better and better and better. And eventually, everything's gonna work out, bro. I promise it will. I love y'all. Peace.